Anyone who has been familiar with Adult Swim knows that they are one of the most experimental and innovative stations on television. I think in the future, people will look back on this time in TV and view Adult Swim as a very profound channel. In the past, Adult Swim has created these weird, I guess you would call them shorts. You can look it up for yourself. Some of my favorites were This House Has People in It and unedited footage of a bear, as well as Too Many Cooks, which I'm sure a lot of you have seen. They are on YouTube, and you can look them up for yourself. Take some time to watch them. I never understood what their point was. They are always very surreal and unsettling. I assume it must be some sort of joke or creative use of horror. You know, having some unsuspecting watcher stumble upon the channel late at night, only to witness an extremely strange and unsettling infomercial, leaving them scared and confused. It's genius when you think about it from the standpoint of an author on Nosleep. I had never encountered one of these while they aired, but I was always hoping I would encounter one of these when in real time. Anyway, so I'm up late the other night playing PUBG, then suddenly I got a text from my friend Dan. We met playing Call of Duty Black Ops a long time ago. We've always kept in contact since then. Despite never having known each other's last names, we've always been pretty close and talked about how we've been doing over the years, playing different Steam games and watching Netflix shows and discussing them. He's honestly been a better friend than most of my real life ones. We had planned to meet up at some point in the future, but considering we live on different coastlines, it never really happened. The text read, "Dude, turn on Adult Swim right now." I didn't respond because I was in the middle of a game. He began calling me, and I answered. "Jack, did you turn it on?" I responded, "Nah, dude, what's going on? Is it one of those new Adult Swim shorts?" He took a second to respond. "Dude, just turn it on." I closed out of Steam and went towards my TV remote. This better be good. I was really close to winning. I flipped to Adult Swim, and as soon as I did, it scared the living daylights out of me. It was just some large, disheveled, obese man in a suit sitting in a chair, staring deadpan at the camera, smiling. Still on the phone, Dan heard me jump. "Fuck me, dude. What the hell?" "I know, right? I mean, usually they have some sort of plot, right? But this shit is just weird. I've been watching this for 10 minutes, and nothing has changed." The camera began to pan out. You could see he was sitting at a desk, in a mostly white set with black curtains. Finally, he broke the silence. "Thank you for tuning in. We have something very special tonight. We are about to bring out our first guest. His name is George from Arizona. Tell us about yourself, George." A man was wheeled into the room in a straitjacket by a large man in all black. The man tied up was gagged and propped up on the gurney. The host removed his gag and his blindfold. He was panting for breath. The guy in the straitjacket started speaking, and he clearly had a stuttering issue and a lisp. It sounded like it was painful for him to speak. My name is George. I lived in Arizona, and I used to work for a power plant." The host spoke again. "So, do you miss your family, George?" The man started nodding his head profusely. "Don't worry, George. You'll see them again one day. What do you think, audience?" Cheering started to happen. I was still on the phone with Dan. "Dude, this has got to be a short." Dan remained silent. The host continued. Well, George, we have your mom on the phone right now. Would you like to speak with her? George started nodding his head again. They put the phone in between his shoulders and his ear. Mom? George asked. Immediately after, the phone exploded, and so did George's head. The detail was insane. I have to admit, I felt a little nauseous watching it. But this had to be fake. Jesus! Dan screamed into the phone. That takes care of that, the host said, as the audience laughed. Now for our next guest. Her name is Angela, and she is from Denver, Colorado. Everyone give it up for Angela. Once again, another woman was wheeled in. Her gag was removed, and he asked her the same questions. Now this time we are going to take in callers and ask them what they think we should do with Angela. The number is at the bottom of the screen. Call in right now. I said to Dan, holy shit, dude, this is... The call had ended, and Dan got off the phone. The host began to get a call. Well, it's our first caller of the night. Where you from, bucko? What happened next made me shit myself. My name is Dan. I'm from California. Holy fuck. The host responded. Well, Dan, what do you think we should do with Angela? Dan, being the idiot that he was, tried to be a hero. I think you should let her go, you deranged fuck. The host had a scowl on his face. Well, that wouldn't be fun. Right, audience? The audience began booming. Well, Dan, I'll tell you what. Since you are our first caller, we're going to give you the honor of being our next guest. We'll see you soon, Dan. The host hung up. Well, that concludes our show. Find out next week what happens to Angela and Dan. Have a great night. After that, the show immediately cut to an episode of Samurai Jack midway through. I called Dan and asked him if that was really him. He confirmed that it was. I asked if he is scared. Nah, dude, it was probably some fucked up Adult Swim shit. Pretty cool, though. I texted him the next day. No answer. A week later, I called him and it went straight to voicemail. He hasn't been on Discord in weeks, something that he used to go on daily. I'm scared. I don't know if he just wants to give me some spook, but whatever is going on, it's extremely fucked up. If anyone sees a guy named Dan on Adult Swim, please let me know. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more, let me know in the comments below, and tell me what you thought of this narration. Make sure to follow me on Twitter for updates, and if you'd like to get early videos, shoutouts, and much more, I'd appreciate it if you check out my Patreon page. It's a place where you can help support my channel while getting awesome rewards in the process, and every pledge helps out a ton, no matter the size. So if you'd like to see all the rewards I offer and consider becoming a patron, it'd mean a ton to me if you'd click the link in the description and just check it out. And don't forget to show some love to the amazingly talented authors who make these narrations possible. Have a good night, everybody. Cheers.